Hey YouTube family, how are you guys doing? Hope you're all doing well. Just a quick update on this Leo James T-style guitar that I recently did a review on. So there are quite a few issues on this when I looked at it a lot closer. So I called Amazon seeing if I could get maybe a partial refund as to not have to send it back and risk someone else getting it. And I had an interesting conversation with the Amazon rep. So when he punched in my order number and everything, he said that this guitar is a return and was not supposed to be shipped out again. And for some reason, I ended up with it. So that could explain why the foam in the box was, well, virtually not there. And why it was kind of poorly packaged. And it could explain a lot of these issues. So upon further inspection, so I had already shown you, now it doesn't really come out in the lighting here in my basement, but just have a look at the pictures that I posted after this video. So there's some like two drip lines kind of on top of the flame top. It kind of looks like some stain would have ran down the face of the guitar when they were applying it. And then it wasn't properly wiped off and it dried and the guitar was probably, sanded or whatever. And then they clear coated over it. The problem is you can see those drip lines. Now, probably not from here in this angle, but they're definitely there. There's two of them and I can't buff them out because they're under the clear coat. Now that's not a big deal. What is a bigger deal on a new guitar is there's also a couple of scratches in the wood on this side. And again, you guys don't really see that in the light here, but have a look at the pictures and you'll see them. And again, those scratches were not addressed before the clear coat went on. Because they are, when you run your hand over, it's nice and smooth, but you can clearly see that there are two scratches on the guitar. Like they're just, there's one right here and there's one right here, right across the lower horn on the back. And the other issue that I did mention in my previous video is there's a gap on both sides of the neck pocket. But one thing I did not see is both corners of the pocket here are cracked. So again, have a look at the pictures and you'll see. So there's a crack here. I think you can probably see that in the light. And there's a crack here, right in this side too, in the back corner. Now, I don't know that that's, in the wood, but I can definitely feel, when I pass my nail over it, I can feel that crack there. So there's just too many little things that are wrong with this. And the fact that I paid, full price for it, and I know it's not an expensive guitar, but the fact that I paid full price for it and it was still a return that wasn't supposed to be resold, it kind of turns me off. And the other thing that I don't like, and again, it's not something you can feel, but it is there, is that there's a knot right in the middle of this neck. Now, over time, I don't know how this will react, covered in this lacquer or whatever the heck they put on this neck, but it's thick. So I guess maybe it'll seal it and it won't be an issue. But typically on any type of wood that has knots in it, those knots will shrink and expand at a different rate than the actual wood. And it's usually never good. I don't know how deep this kind of pimple knot is in this wood, and I'm wondering if that might cause some issues down the road. Because you can see, and again, because of the lighting and the gloss on this neck, you probably won't be able to tell, but you can see from this knot, there is like a line that goes all the way from the knot all the way to the bottom of the neck here, right towards the fretboard. So I don't know if like down the road, if that would cause an issue. Maybe not, maybe, no pun intended, maybe not. But I'm not a big fan of having knots in my neck. Especially on something that's under torque, you know, with the string tension and the truss rod. So the Amazon rep said I could probably figure out a way to give you a partial refund, but he said, I highly recommend that you package this up and send it back to us. And he said he already made a note in his system that this guitar with this order number does not get reshipped to another Amazon customer. But the seller is not Leo James. The seller here on Amazon, it says sold by Dixie and Dyke Shop. Dixie and Dyke Shop. So yeah, I don't know what affiliation they have to Leo James, but this one didn't come directly from Leo James. It is a pretty good player right out of the box, you know, with some minor tweaks, as you were able to see on the video that I posted. But it just has too many little issues, and you know, sure, I could fix most of them, but this is probably a guitar that would end up getting sold down the road, you know, because I usually get rid of one to buy another one, and I just wouldn't feel right knowing that I fixed a ton of issues on this thing and that it was a return guitar, and you know, anyway, so it's just going to go back. And the Amazon rep also told me to hold on for Black Friday deals, because he said there's a bunch of them coming up, and he's pretty sure that these guitars are going to be part of the Black Friday deals. And you know what? I did that video you guys watched yesterday, posted it today. This guitar's been sitting in the rack for 24 hours, and it's still holding tune. So, you know, maybe all my little rants there, maybe they're not justified. Maybe this guitar would be perfectly fine. I could keep it, mod it. Those cracks wouldn't get worse. And as far as the blemishes on the body, whatever. I can live with that. I don't really care about that stuff, but it's just the fact that the guitar was not supposed to be resold, and I got it and I paid full price for it. So if I'm going to pay full price for something, I want something new, right? That hasn't been touched or manipulated or, you know, stressed on the neck or whatever. Yeah, this is going back. You can have a look at those pictures. Let me know what you think, and I'll keep you posted if I'm lucky enough to get another one of these. Take care, God bless, and we'll chat soon.